Hello, Kim here. Today's chair-based Pilates workout is mainly aimed at working the abdominal area, so your tummy, tightening those tummy muscles. We're also going to start by checking your posture and mobilizing the whole body, so just loosening up all the joints in the body as best we can. All you're going to need for this workout is a Pilates fitness ball, which I'm going to put to one side for now, and a very stable chair with no arms. Let's check our posture. So I'm going to ask you to walk forward on your chair and place your feet in front of you. I want your feet and knees hip width apart. Watch they're not dropping in or out. Your knees should be directly above the ankles and the centre of the knees in line with the centre of the hip bones. Now from there, let's think about the position of our pelvis. Watch you're not slumping back into your chair. Try and sit upright with a natural curve of the spine and avoid arching the back. While we're doing these early movements, I want you to try and keep your body, the main torso, as still as possible and just isolate the arms, the head and the legs as we move. Think about engaging your core by pulling your belly button back against your spine, keeping breathing. And let's start with a few gentle breaths, breathing through the nose and out through the mouth, and trying to bring that breath right down to the ribcage area so you can feel your ribs expand as you breathe in and contract as you breathe out. If you wish, close your eyes. One last deep breath. We're going to start off with the head. Now what I want you to do to start is think about retracting your chin. So often have a tendency of heads to come forward. I want you to pull it back. Think of your chin being on a shelf. You're going to slide back. And then I'm going to ask you to turn your head towards the right. Looking over your right shoulder if you can. Keep the shoulder girdle still. Just turn as far as you can, feeling the stretch through the side of the neck. Keeping breathing through it. Nice, slow, controlled movement. I'm going to change the movement slightly. We're going to stay with the neck. This time I want you to stay looking forward, but tilt the ear towards the shoulder. Try and avoid lifting the shoulder up to the ear, just taking the head down to the side and feeling that stretch through the side of the neck. Move on now to the shoulders. Let's start with a sort of shoulder circle on the right. So make it as big as is comfortable for you. If you're able to take the hand onto the shoulder, then please do. And if you wish, taking into a full arm circle, but keep it at the level that's comfortable for you. Changing to the other side. So you can go straight into the bigger movement if you wish. Just stay at the level feels right for you and your body today. Taking both shoulders together now, just a few. Think about pulling those shoulder blades back together, opening up across the chest, helping to improve posture. I'm going to move on now to mobilise through the back. So taking the arms one on top of the other and twisting from the waist. And again here, if you want to make the movement a little larger, you can open the arm out and take it round behind. I'm limited a little here with the wall behind me, but if you have the mobility and the space, you can take it bigger. Loosen the shoulders slightly, and let's just do a small amount to loosen up the lower body. So I'm just going to lift and lower the legs a couple of times. You can hold the chair if you can. Again, really be aware of your upper body posture. That chin's retracted. Just taking the heel and toe. Keep it on the right side to start with. What I'm going to ask you to do is take the heel forward and the toe back. That way we'll also get some mobility going on in the knee joint. Change sides. So heel forward, toe back. Heel forward, toe back. Heel forward, toe back. And back to centre. I'm going to grab the ball and place it behind my back. So I'm staying sitting at the front of my chair and I'm leaning back. So I'm now immediately going to start to feel that in my abdominal area. I'm going to ask you to just lift one arm up, and you should feel that through your tummy. I'm going to ask you to lift the opposite knee, slide it away, bring it in, slide it away, and bring it in. Now if that's too much, just slide the foot away on the floor. But if you want to make that more intense, slide the foot away, and lift, and slide, and lift. Let's change sides. So, slide away, and lift, and slide, and lift. Or sliding the foot along the floor, if you want to make that a little easier. And just do as many as you're comfortable. That's surprisingly intense for a seated exercise. Let's give a little rest for a moment and change back to the arms. Bringing the hands out in front of you. Hands on either side, keep the elbows up high and just press together. You're going to feel that working across the front of your chest. Release. Try and have the elbows the same height either side. Taking the ball back behind. And I'm going to change that movement slightly, so I'm leaning back. If you want to make it a little bit easier, you can actually sit just a little bit further back on your chair. But we're going to do roughly the same thing again. But this time, we're going to use the same side. So lift and bring it in. And lean back and lift and bring it in. So I've started on my left side this time. It doesn't matter which leg you start on. We're going to try and do the same amount on both sides of the body. Change sides, and again remember, when you've had enough, you can stop. You have the ability to keep that foot on the floor and make the movement smaller. Not to lift the leg and arm quite so high. And make it harder. Lift the knee and put the foot almost to the floor, just hovering it for the slightly harder version. And release. And we're giving your abdominals a little bit of a workout today. Depending on how strong they are, that might have been quite intense for you. The ball to the floor. Sitting forward on your chair. I want you to reach back behind and reach the back of the chair and squeeze the shoulder blades together and lift the chest straight across. So I'm leaning forward and getting that lovely stretch across the chest area. Now taking the hands one on top of the other. You can clasp the fingers if you like. I like to put one hand on top of the other. Take them up. Reach up and stretch through the body, and then reach over to the right side. Feeling a stretch to the side of the body and back and over to the other side. Now if that's too intense for you, just keep one arm over and as high as you can. So if you're here, that's fine too. Try and keep the arm by the ear rather than taking it in front of the body. Do it again, coming up by the side. Just the one arm this time, taking it over. And release. And up and over. Take that hand down onto the left knee. Right arm comes up. And you're going to come under. And open out. You're going to come through. It's almost like you're threading a needle. And change sides. Taking the arm up and through. Again, if that's too much, just open up to here. Let's finish off with a little bit more 13 stretch. So circle those shoulders, either one at a time or together, depending on what feels best for you. Wiggle the toes, check your posture, sit tall, engage your core. And this time I'm going to ask you to take your head down to the right, slide that arm away, and you get a lovely stretch to the side of the neck. To the other side, let the ear drop towards. Try and avoid allowing the head to turn down, so keep that head facing forward. And then pull the arm away, get a lovely stretch down through the neck. Let's just circle the ankles. And change sides. Breath in. Taking the arms as high as is comfortable, so just either side of the body, if that's as far as is good for you, or all the way above the head, if you have the mobility to do so. Breathing out. Just place your hands on your thighs. Arch that back. Allow it to slouch back. Come back the other way. Forward. And for those of you that are able, I'd like you to at least try and come up to standing without using your hands. Thank you. I'll see you on the next workout. Well done.